gentlemen, welcome back to Chaos. Week 5 on the road to Money in the Bank is here. We got a lot on the plate tonight. It is going to be chaotic. It is going to be fast, just like it always is, as we push on to Money in the Bank Year 5. Well, as we have seen on the card later tonight, Casey Dixon takes on 13XD Group A, and she does not have a partner yet. She is currently having no luck in finding a partner. It has been bad luck all around for Casey Dixon lately. Gotta wonder when that luck's gonna turn around.
Triple threat tag team match. Make your way to the ring. Sophia
Sophie and Jessica arrive onto the scene tonight, and well, we have seen the whole thing going on with the Punk Rock Blondes. Ever since the start of the year, they have been at each other's throats, and they get to do it again. But there is something else in the mix tonight. It is a #1 contenders match to the Suicide Ride at Money in the Bank. The only difference is tonight, it is not just the Dodgers, it is not just the Punk Rock Blondes. 13XD Group B has their first ever tag team match on the main roster, and it's a chance to compete against the Suicide Ride at the big pay-per-view. Not long ago, the Punk Rock Blondes were able to pick up a win over the Dodgers. It was just last week, actually. They did not do it in the cleanest way possible, as expected of the newly formed Punk Rock Blondes identity.
And Amber Ray.
They are really leaning into the punk part. As we've seen, like I said, they have been kind of trying to get back up on the ride, trying to get one back up on the Dodgers, trying to even things out here between the two, but they could have a bigger problem at hand. It is not each other. It is the other team in this matchup, as I said, that being 13XD Group B, 13XD Ani, and 13XD Ava. And well, if last week was any teller of of 13XD Ava and 13XD Ani, they look quite dangerous. They look quite ready, and they look quite chaotic, I should say. No pun intended, this being on chaos. If you see the mentality of 13XD Ava has certainly shifted. I don't think that's any sort of surprise, given the intensity that 13XD looks to bring with Katie Bell as the new leader, and Group B looks to be taking that next step. And Group A is going to have to find a way to do the same, because Group B looks to be, at least on paper, much more ready for this.
3, 2, 1.
Ani and Ava arrive onto the scene tonight. Their first ever tag team match on the main roster. They've been champions down in Havoc. They have been ruthless down in Havoc. And now they get a chance to do that even more so here on the main roster. They got a lot on their plate. They got a lot riding on this. And this is their moment to make their names known, to put their names on the map and show that they are indeed the most dangerous group inside of 13XD. Group A is starting to fall down the ladder. 2 losses to the Suicide Ride. And they also have a chance to get back up a little bit later tonight as they take on Casey Dixon. And potentially a partner of her choosing, if she is able to find one by the time that match goes underway. But for right now, all the focus is on Group B. All the spotlight is on top of them. Let's see what they can do with 13XDA. We're going to start off exactly as expected. You saw the amount of, what I call it, how feral she looked last week on Chaos when she was talking to Katie Bell. They don't want to be good. They don't want to be Plan B. They're looking to do that tonight. Make a name for themselves. Not going to be an easy task. So the Dodgers and Punk Rock Blondes are very long tenured, much like 13XD. Everybody has a lot of history with each other, and they are not afraid to make their mark. They've all been champions in some way, shape, or form. The only one that hasn't been champions that on the main roster have been 13XD Group B. From behind, Taylor trying to make a move on Ava, and she pays for that. Sophie Bryant caught with a super kick from behind. I don't think I've ever seen Ava throw a super kick. Oh my God! Tossing her across the ring just today as Ani lands the German. 13XD Group B is all over the two teams. I haven't seen Ava wrestle in a very long time. I've seen Ani definitely. What? Did she just do a kick up? 13XD Ava! Clearly adding some new moves to her arsenal. But I haven't seen too much of Ava. I've seen a lot of Ani over the last little while. She tends to have quite a few singles matches. 13XD Ava on the hand, not. Well, it's a very big turning point for Ava. We know how good Ani is. We've seen it time and time again. So tonight's going to be a big test for 13XD Ava, if anything. Reynolds sending Ava to the outside of the ring. As all the carnage continues inside the ring. And she gets right back up. She's right back in like nothing happened. Jessica Reynolds. And Ava was able to counter that. She begins to wail off on the back of Jessica Reynolds' head. Watch out though. MJ Taylor's got a chair in hand. Jesus Christ. Sophie just killed everybody. Maybe not. Bryant now has the chair. She tries to use it on Amber Ray. He's able to counter just in time. As MJ Taylor makes the bad decision to try and mark up to Ava. Off the rope, Amber Ray drops her with a spine buster. From Punk Rock Blonde trying to take control of this match. Everybody rolling to the outside, Amber Ray straight into the stairs. All 6 individuals on the outside, and Ava also goes straight into the stairs. And she gets right back up. What the hell? 13XD Ava didn't even, oh my God! He took both Sophie and MJ out with a headbutt. I've never seen somebody hit 2 people at once with one of them. Super kick to Reynolds. Bryant trying to counter. Get the Dodgers back on top. A straight jacket. German will do just that. MJ rolling back into the ring, or excuse me, that's Amber Ray rolling back into the ring. So does Jessica Reynolds. Amber Ray sends her off the rope. Watch out for Ava! Oh my God, where did she come from? Ava taking out Amber Ray. It's coming completely out of nowhere, like a freight train. Eva with a drop kick to Sophie Bryant. Stopping an attack on Ava. Oh my God, Sophie! Oh! Sophie just got double teamed, and Ava took out Amber Ray. There's carnage all around. MJ dropping Ava on her face as Ani begins to plant the knees into the side of Jessica Reynolds' soul. Now she's got to go 2-on-1 with the Punk Rock Blonde. Amber Ray's got hold of 13XD Ani planted with the back on the spine. Sophie lands the German on MJ. Amber Ray still inside the ring. Dang! Just Sophie Bryant's move. She's stealing her move now, but Ava is not there to let that happen. Sophie Bryant picked up with a powerbomb, possession implanted by Ava, but the Punk Rock Blonde are all on top of it. Ava breaking out of an Amber Ray hold. Watch out for MJ Taylor from behind. Another straight jacket German. Ava dropped on the back of her head. MJ Taylor's got the kendo stick in hand and begins to wail down on Sophie Bryant. Notice how a lot of her targeting goes towards the Dodgers. I mean, it makes sense. Oh! MJ Taylor knocked out with the kendo stick. Ava dodges and lays yet another headbutt. He's trying to give Devin Lynn a run for her money. Ani! A GTS into a German! On Amber Ray! Cover! Jessica breaks it up, but Ava drops! MJ Taylor! Oh, look at it! He got Sophie Bryant as well! Up and down! Ava is just wreaking havoc everywhere! Everybody being destroyed by 13XD Group B! All 4 of them are down except Ani and Ava! And Ava looks to do the same thing to Amber Ray! Down she goes! Crushed like down! Quick cover! Kick out by 13XD Ani off Amber Ray's roll-up attack, or excuse me, Amber Taylor's roll-up attack. 13XD Ava grabbing hold of MJ Taylor. Jessica Reynolds from the apron. Super kick from Ava. Cover was broken up. Jessica Reynolds, no. Big clothesline by Ava. And a second one there by 13XD Ani. A cover by Ani for the win. Broken up. Oh! Super kick to the back of the head. It was just a little too late, but the damage certainly has been done. Got her up again. Look at it. Bang! Break it down with a Falcon Arrow. Shot by Sophie Bryant. The forearm as well, that on top of it. Bryant, big suplex. Oh! Hammer kick lands on Jessica Reynolds for the win. Sophie's there to break it up. Not gonna let her teammate take that pin. Ava runs in. Watch out for Ani! Coming out of nowhere. A cover by Sophie. That's not gonna happen. Ava tries for that clothesline. Sophie Bryant was countered and a German from Ani to end it off. Ani now going after Amber Ray. Oh my God! Ava just went crashing through MJ Taylor to the outside of the ring. He just threw herself at her. Jessica Reynolds grabbing Ava. Suplex down to the mat. And now Jessica Reynolds from the inside of the ring. Looking for that fastball punch. Wait, no, Ava caught her. Big headbutt. Oh my God! Ava comes flying through the rope to take her out. What the hell? Big clothesline by Sophie. He was just destroyed. Oh my goodness, MJ Taylor takes out Bryant. Now in the ring, Ava's got a kendo stick. That's bad news. Oh, and Ani sacrifices Reynolds to Ava. He threw her right in the ring and just let her have it. What the hell? Jessica Reynolds in a terrible position right now. She's able to roll outside the ring, though. Back in. Oh! Amber Ray! Oh, taking out Ani. And look at this. Amber Ray with the Sun Ray! A moment of hesitation. Called in the collar. And they kicked out right away. What the hell? 13XD Ava kicked out immediately. It's like it didn't even affect her even a little bit. Quick crashing through Amber Ray. Back in the ring. Ani's got the kendo stick right across the back of MJ Taylor. Taylor's able to counter. Bryant with the neck breaker. MJ Taylor. 13XD Ava. Trying to get a back suplex onto her. She's able to counter. Amber Ray with the chair to Kobe Bryant. Oh my God! MJ just got housed. Uh-oh. Ani countering Amber Ray right into 13XD Ava. Oh, what the hell? Oh my God! Wow! What the hell was that? I have never seen Ava do something like that before. What the fuck? Oh, 13XD Ava! Shut her up! Blast her down! The Red Parade for the win in 13XD Group B will take it away from the Dodgers and Punk Rock Blondes.
Here are your winners. And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ava might be something to be terrified of. Oh my God! Slick Rick is one of those people. Group B is on the warpath. And they got a new weapon to use to their joy. Who the fuck was that? Tyler Leo? Seriously? Yeah, I'm not gonna acknowledge that any more than it needs to be acknowledged. Let's continue on. Joyce Carter arrives onto the scene tonight.
Making her way to the ring from Dallas, Texas, Joyce Carter.
As she said earlier in the night, she's got a Money in the Bank Contenders match coming up in, well, just a second, obviously. And it is against the final member of the Quable that had yet to go. I said it last week on Velocity after Yumiko Lee took out Brenda Quable and Marisa took out Nancy Quable. I said there's only one Quable left to take care of, and that could happen right here, right now, at the hands of Joyce Carter. I mean, not a single Quable would enter Money in the Bank, and Brad Crimson would be devastated.
Still on for karaoke? Go. I'm gonna rock up the mic so hard your ears can be gravy. Catch you on the flip.
Sure enough, here come the Quable. Seems like they have a new problem brewing on their hands, and that is to do with the monarchy. And I don't know, does Tyler Leo count? Nope, I said I wasn't gonna acknowledge it. But for right now, Doom Quable must focus on Money in the Bank.
From Charlottesville, Virginia.
Doom Quable looking to at least see one of the members that gets into the match. I think they were hoping for all three. That was probably their plan, but clearly that did not at all go to plan. Glenda and Nancy fell short on Velocity, and now that it is Chaos' turn, it might be Doom Quable's turn. Here we go. We are about to get underway. June Quable, Joyce Carter for a chance to get into the Money in the Bank match. We are underway. And oh, whoa! June Quable already tried to start off. She was barely able to avoid that cyclone kick. Oh my goodness! What the hell? Super kick back and forth. Joyce Carter's the first one to land the move. Over and over. June set into the corner. And Joyce Carter begins to lay into her. Chop over and over again to the chest of June Quable. Carter hooks her up. Watch out, June! Long Jordan in the middle turnbuckle. That one's gonna be ringing for a while. I already thought the Quable tried to. Oh, put a chair in the ring. A moonsault attempt off the springboard. June Quable makes her pay. A big boot avoided. Joyce Carter grabs her up. Oh, June is able to reverse and turn around. A half and half counter by Joyce. A super kick counter. One back the other way. Joyce Carter moves out of the way of it. June flips behind her. Back suplex. Joyce flips out of it. Off the springboard. And she goes like that. Oh my God! Well, I'm shocked to say that these two have some chemistry. Oh my goodness! From the top, was looking for that foot stomp with a huge boot across the face. June Quable will be allowed to land it. Kamikaze to the skull of Joyce Carter. Got her back up, and here comes the French kiss from June Quable. Head first into the canvas. A cover by June, or the win to go to Money in the Bank. Joyce will kick out at 2. June tells her it's game over. Will it be? Looks like somebody took off the turnbuckle over there. June Quable. Looking for that. Oh! No! Not gonna happen. Oh my God! The toxic plunge attempt was countered. Joyce Carter. Oh! Release June into the mat. Hey! Brenda's doing it again. Look at her. There she goes again. Joyce Carter caught her doing it, but watch out from behind. June Quable. Quick roll up to try and sneak the win out of it. It's all part of their plan for the win. Oh, a kick out at 2. Joyce barely survived. She rolls out of the ring with some safety. She gets right back in, they'll call with a super kick and another DDT. June Crable with the help of Brenda. They seem to be working very well together. Nancy's kind of just chilling. Trying again for that toxic plunge maybe, but June Crable couldn't do it. Oh, big knee by Joyce Carter. Now to the apron. Carter poised and ready to go. Devin Domain right across the skull. Could this spell the early end for June Crable? Is it already over? Trying to make quick work of the Crable. Right there, worth absolutely nothing. Heroes promise, and that might just be the case. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Crable. Simple as that.
Here is your winner, Joyce Carter.
It is worth noting, Nancy Crable put up the biggest fight of any of the Crables in their 3 Money in the Bank Contenders matches. I'm telling you, there really is something different about her than Brenda and June. Seems to be a very good thing.
Yeah, it almost seems like it was Karma coming back right to Ayla. Big one under the face! Madison Ivy destroying Ayla backstage! And she catches the blunt end of Karma. I hate to say it, but I mean, this is what's gonna happen if you're gonna sit on somebody's bad side.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall on the way to the ring. And
while it is true that Ayla has had a very rough start to her year, you could say the same thing about 13XT Group A. But tonight, and right now, they have a chance to change that. A tag team match against Casey Dixon and a partner of her choosing, but as we know, Casey Dixon has not found a partner. And it looks like she may be going into this match alone as a handicap match. And well, if the past has ever told you anything about that, you know how it goes. We saw a similar thing with Nyla back in year 3 when she went to go fight for the tag team title all on her own when the 7th Sanctum was still a thing. It was it was 13XT Ada and Aaliyah versus Nyla for the tag team championships. And once again it is 13XT Ada and Aaliyah, but instead of it being Nyla, it is Casey Dixon tonight. The question is, will she really be alone?
from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Casey Dixon!
Things have changed a lot
for Casey Dixon over these last couple of weeks. And it all revolves around Katie Bell, 13XD, and Gracie Lewis. Tonight she had the chance to get one up on 13XD by taking down Group A and beating them their third loss in a row. But how hard is that going to be if she is going into this match alone? Obviously, beating them in a tag team match is fucking hard enough, but doing it in a handicap match, you may as well just ring the bell 1, 2, 3. That's not at all me doubting Casey Dixon. It's me acknowledging that 13XD Group A, while they've lost 2 in a row, they are no slouches. They are still one of the greatest tag teams on planet Earth. Taking them down alone seems like an impossible task. And well, for a moment it looked like Casey Dixon was not going to have a partner, but Deputy Hernandez, the general manager, her first match against 13XD since that handicap match. Well, close to it. Maybe her second to last one, but it's in her first match against 13XD since year 3. That's like, what, 4 or 5 years since she faced them? It really does all come all the way back around now that 13XD Group A are not champions anymore. You knew the rule. If 13XD were the champions, Nyla could never face them and neither could Ayla. But now that they're not the champions anymore, but Nyla had that opportunity. And one of the first chances she gets to do so, she takes it. Handicap no more. Nyla was not going to let the same thing happen to Casey Dixon that happened to her, even if Ayla did come out in that match. But from the start, the controversy was always, would Seven Sanctum have beaten them if they had worked together from the start? I don't know, but tonight we could find that out. Casey Dixon and Nyla versus 13XD Group A. We are underway, and it's going to be Ada and Casey starting us off. An unlikely alliance, but an awesome one. Drop kick attempt from Ada didn't go her way. A super kick avoided. Ada with a roundhouse straight to the midsection. Rolling claws didn't connect, and it's a Gary. Casey Dixon will be the first one to strike her down. Dixon takes her into the corner. Casey got a lot of things that she wants to do to 13XD. She gets a chance to do that right now in this match. Counters Ada's leg, and she's going to take advantage in the corner, but no, Ada, a counter the other way. She's not going to let it happen so easily. A kick to the midsection, off the rope. Big knee with counter. Dixon able to move out of the way. Caught, big kick to the midsection. Roundhouse across the skull. Ada makes her pay. Just as dangerous as ever. Nyla's first match of the year as well. Here on week 5. She hasn't been gone for long, but what a way to return against her arch nemesis of 13XD and helping out Casey Dixon. I don't know if they've ever really had a friendship or anything. This might be their first time basically meeting each other or close to it. Off the rope, ball right to the side of the head. Ada takes out Casey Dixon and taunting the face of Nyla. Just like the old days, this is nothing new for Nyla, and look at this. Right in front of Nyla, mockingly, a curve stomp to Casey Dixon. And it is double for both of them. Oh, Nyla with the right hand. Oh, she counters Ada. She just mental with her. Ada's getting pissed. She got it again. And a roll up by Dixon. For the win. Making Ada to look like a fool. Foul. The upward turn right across the face. Casey Dixon making her pay for that. I was gonna say that both Casey and Nyla have dealt with curb stomp. Casey had to watch Gracie get curb stomp. Nyla got curb stomp. From the top! Looking for spirit down, it doesn't work. Oh, and Ada tags in Aaliyah Brooks. A fresh face for 13XT. Oh! Casey tried the headbutt countered by Ada. Aaliyah Kite, big knee. Aaliyah with the rolling elbow counter by Dixon, and Indagiri was also countered. And a knee right across the head. Aaliyah Brooks taking control here at the start of this tag in for her. Ada taunting to both of them, and it came back to bite them momentarily after that curb stomp. But now that Aaliyah's in the ring, Group A is taking over this match. And they've always been known to do bang! Immortal neckbreaker from 13XDLE. And hits her up again. She's just been planting her over and over again. It's been brutal. Plants her up on the top. Aaliyah grabbing hold of Casey Dixon. Oh my goodness, stalling her in the air. Look at the power of Aaliyah. Rolling superplex down to the mat. Aaliyah Brooks. Looking to finish things maybe against Casey Dixon. Uh-oh. Tried for it and couldn't connect it all. Knee right to the head. Casey Dixon. Satellite DDT. Casey Dixon. Making waves against 13XDLE. Into the corner she goes. Now it's her turn to feel the pain. Dixon out of the corner. Another satellite DDT. That time out of the corner. Got her up. And dropped her. Head first into the mat. The spirit driver from Casey Dixon. Uh-oh. And then it's gonna be Nyla's turn. The Vesper. The Heritage Champion. And it's her time to make them pay. It is sweet vengeance for what 13XT did to Nyla all those years ago. Bang! Nyla and Casey are both benefiting from this match. Walking around with Aaliyah on her shoulders, puts her up, face first into the mat. Covered by Nyla, but Ada into the ring will break it up. Drop kick to the spine. Nyla moves out of the way. Whoa! Look at this! Powerbomb! Floating over into it, but Aaliyah is right back. Stomping out Nyla, and suddenly everything has changed in a moment's time. Left hand in a face, and Nyla is all too familiar with this. Aaliyah just pummeling Nyla like nothing has changed from all those years ago. Gotta be at least what? It's gotta be at least almost 5 years by now. Just about. Since that moment Nyla had to endure. Only been, what, a month for Casey? Something like that. And another immortal neckbreaker. Aaliyah will just continue to beat down on Nyla. Now taunting the face of Casey Dixon. That's what they do. They play mind games. Another left hand to the face. Aaliyah continues to just pummel her. Nyla though. A kick to the leg trying to get out of it. Hooks her up on her shoulder. Nyla. Pepper bomb. line. Temple could be looking for a temper shock, but Leah Brooks will pounce on top of her and beat her down. Across the face of Tempa. Aaliyah keeping 13XD on top of their game. Into the corner goes Nyla, and it could be her turn for a bad time. Aaliyah throws it right into Ada for a German suplex. She goes limp. Casey looking for a tag, but it is not going to matter. Aaliyah, Ada got caught. Nyla was able to counter back the other way. Temper shot, but Ada moves out of the way, ducking under the knees just in time. Ada on a hook run from the powerbomb. Nyla countered out of midair. Across Spider to stop that from happening. A knee drop. Ada was able to move out of the way. Corner! Code red! 13XD Ada takes out Nyla. Into the corner. A tag to Aaliyah. And this is all too familiar for Nyla. Pops up! Bang! Rockstar made! Casey Dixon, no! Gets in the ring and drops Aaliyah with the knee! Could be saving the day! But Aaliyah Brooks is not happy with that! Casey counters! Shoulder block into Aaliyah, and then Nyla can contribute from behind! Looking for that half and half suplex. Big counter by Aaliyah, and a kick right to the head! And that time out goes Casey Dixon! Oh no! Black balloons! Cover by Aaliyah Brooks. No! Nyla kicks out at two! They're still alive! I have no clue how! I don't think Aaliyah can believe that. Ada back in the ring. Countered! Roundhouse couldn't connect. Nyla hits the right up, but Ada counters the tournament attempt. Ada looking for another code red. Nyla was able to counter. On the rope to speed. Temper stop. Nyla lands it perfectly. Watch out for Aaliyah though. Back in the ring. He tries to do it again. Aaliyah's able to counter though. Oh no! From behind Brooks. Black balloons. Ada with the cover for the win. Casey Dixon, no one's gonna let that happen. Not a chance in hell. Dixon with a forearm, a clothesline, countered by Ada. She is not the legal woman, and she's gonna pay for that. Big knees from Ada. And another one. Watch out from behind, no. Nyla's still there. Nyla hooked her up. Powerbomb. Right into the ground. And here we go again. She lifts her right back up. Nyla. Almost, oh my God. Oh, he tried to throw her right into Aaliyah. Fuck you. Oh no. Aaliyah with the strike right to the back of the head. Nyla's going to make her pay for that though. Looking for a suplex. Aaliyah though, able to counter and drops her face first. And it all starts to backfire. Nyla may be looking for a tag to Dixon, but Ada's already back in the ring. Kick right to the chest, and now a deep down re-enthused of 13XD Group A. Ada gonna make her way all the way up to the top rope. He tells her it is game over. Nyla back to her feet. Oh my goodness! Almost caught Ada off guard. Running back in. Nyla caught her. Move Jeff. Good as ever. Cover by Nyla. Aaliyah's there to break it up. A boot avoided. Nyla runs in and throws her across the ring. Ada rolls to the outside. Nyla says no way. Tossing herself outside the ring. Crashing through the former tag team champion. Uh-oh. Could be bad news for 13XD. Nyla got hold of Ada. Up on the table. Nyla with the right. Hooks her up for another one to keep And hello, so good for Nyla. To be able to put a beat down on 13XD like this. Nyla off the rope. Temper jump to Ada. But we're not done. A tag to Casey Dixon. Nyla understands that right now, it's not all about her. There's revenge waiting for somebody else. Dixon with a drop kick to the spine. And a moonsault straight to the midsection. As talented as ever. To the top rope. Ada in trouble. Oh my, wow! Oh my God! Swanton 450. I don't even know what you call that because that wasn't a spear bound. Good God! Aaliyah's in the ring though. Casey's able to counter. Ow! Big headbutt to the face. Aaliyah's got to roll to the outside. Out of harm's way. Spirit bound. Covered by Dixon. They pick up the win over 13XD.
Here are your winners. And Dixon.
Oh, it's got to feel so good for the both of them to lay that beat down on 13XD, and that marks 3 losses in a row for Group A. Dixon's on the warpath. Nyla, as the champion, gets a little bit of a fun start to her year matches-wise. Nyla and Casey, an unlikely alliance, working perfectly together to take down 13XD. And Katie Bell did not like what she just saw. You know, I'm not even surprised that Raphael can't even be happy about one damn thing. It seems typical at this point. I don't know why it's so hard to congratulate somebody on a success, whether it be big or small. Like, does it really even matter? Apparently to him it does, but... Speaking of the Empire, as we continue on, Isaiah Draco enters the scene tonight.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 257 pounds. Isaiah Draco!
Raphael is counting on him not to fail. And I don't think Isaiah has any intentions to. But intentions are not the same as results. Because lately, Vlad Crimson has been beating the shit out of Isaiah Draco. What's that? He's 2-0 against Isaiah, I'm pretty sure. So, it's not been so great for Isaiah Draco here. Vlad Crimson's been whooping him. Isaiah could be looking to turn the tables here tonight, but I certainly don't know how easy that's going to be. That's what we'll find out, I suppose.
weighing in at 268 pounds, Brad
Crimson, the winner of the Breakout Tournament, makes his way onto the scene. He has had quite the start to this year. 2 wins against Isaiah Draco, a huge match against Paul Mysterious in tribute to Sadie Blood, and a huge match against Rafael Draco. And honestly, I wonder if he even would have lost if it wasn't for Elijah Carter. There's a lot of questions in the air, but we'll see if they get answered at any point soon. Right now, he's got to focus on match number 3. Against Isaiah Draco here. Like I said a minute ago, he is already 2-0 against the former champion. And tonight he looks to go 3-0. Here we go. We are about to get underway. Isaiah Draco, Brad Crimson, one-on-one. Let's quick ring the bell. We are underway. And already, these two are going to start trying to hammer each other. And not in the way that Brad Crimson would like. Back and forth at the start of this match. Draco and Crimson trading blows. Again, not in the way that Brad Crimson would like. Kick to the midsection from Isaiah. A right hand from Brad. Look at this. They're going back and beat the shit out of each other. And now Brad Crimson's going to get the chance to go back the other way. Alternating forearm. Kick to the leg. To the midsection. To the leg. To the midsection. And a right to the face. He just comboed him. Oh my God. Yeah, there's no way I see a Draco without striking Brad Crimson like that. Big knee to the face. Crimson from behind. Again, I'm not doing that again. Counted out of the way. Isaiah Draco. A kick right to the head. Down goes Crimson. Into the corner. Isaiah setting up. Got Brad Crimson in his sight. Running on in. Brad caught him. Up on his shoulder. Isaiah, though, able to break out of it. Draco hooks him up. Brad's able to counter with a kick to the midsection. Another one countered by Isaiah. Flips him around into a clothesline. Isaiah Draco trying to gain control of this match. Something he hasn't been able to do a lot of the time in his previous matches with Crimson. To the middle rope. Right to the back of the net. Isaiah Draco in control just like he wanted to be. Gaining momentum off the rope. He flies straight into Brad Crimson. Isaiah sending Brad Crimson right into the barricade here. Bang. And spine first right into the corner of it. Oh, is he looking for a count out? Brad's not going to let that happen. Oh, chokes him up with the knee straight across the knees. Stomping down. He tried to look for a count out with. Isaiah's really willing to win this by any means necessary. He said even if I had to count you out, it'll still count. Oh, Lord. Okay. Brad Crimson back to beating the shit out of him. Welcome back. Crimson. Hooking up the arm. Bang! And we're trying to snap it. Crimson's got him in his sights. Pulling him up onto his shoulder. Isaiah, though, able to get out of it again. Not going to make it easy on Brad Crimson. A kick to the face, blocked by Brad. Crimson will hook him up. Bang, a suplex. And he's going to roll him through. Look at this. Bang! Suplex into a dragon. A snapdragon to be exact. Crimson is rolling. Off the rope, Brad runs in. Oh! Caught by Isaiah with a kick to the head. A chop avoided. And a clothesline by Crimson instead. Might have been a little shocked by that. Brad runs in. Isaiah trying to counter, but an elbow to the head. Brad will not let that happen. He caught him up again. Oh, he wakes the eyes. Right Striking the eyes of Brad Quiston. Bang! The arrow of war. Isaiah Draco planting him head first into the mat. Now Draco could be looking for a finish. Isaiah's got him in his sight. Off the rope with speed, trying to gain the momentum in a final destination. Choke bomb. Quinton countered it instead, and now Isaiah's on the back corner. Brad Quinton back into the corner. Watch out, Isaiah. Quinton knee avoided. Isaiah gets out of the way. Kick to the head. And now Isaiah Draco, you get his ground and pound. Over and over again. Left and right across the face of Brad Quinton. Got him back up to his feet from behind. Pushing him right into the turnbuckle. Into a German. Innovative and deadly. From the former champion. Draco off the rope. Knee right across the head. It almost seems like he's taunting him with how slow he's taking this. But it also seems to be working for him. He is inflicting a whole lot of damage on the Brad Quinton. Draco pushes him back to a vertical base off the rope. Looking for final destination. Call with the silver hit. Brad Quinton. You were going way too slow, buddy. He's gonna make him pay for that. Setting him into the corner. Brad Quinton hooks him up. Watch out. Got him up. Blitz him. Down. Morning Star. Brad Quinton for the win. No, a kick out at two. Isaiah barely found his way out of it. Now from the corner. Brad Quinton's turn. Woo! Right to Quinton blade. Isaiah moves out of the way. Hooks him up. Arrow of war. Draco drops him on his head again. A cover for the win. Brad gets down at two. Draco is certainly no pushover. Hey. He may not be a pushover, but he might be a snake. Big knee to the head. He already unbuckled the turnbuckle pad over there. And Slick Rick, I think, just went to fix it. Brad with the right hand. Countered by Isaiah. Oh! What the hell? Pakistan! Oh my God! Final destination to the back of the head! He might be out cold! Covered by Draco! And he steals one from Brad Quinton!
Here is your winner, Isaiah Draco!
I have never seen somebody utilize pocket stance. What the hell? I think he's from King of the Hill. Isaiah Draco does not fail Rafael Draco, but that certainly was nowhere near clean.
scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 187 pounds, Elijah Carter!
Well, Elijah Carter, one half of the main event tonight in a #1 contenders match to fight Paul Mysterious at Money in the Bank. And that would be a dream come true for this young lad. One of his dream matches he's gone on to say was against Paul Mysterious, and he's got a chance to do it now. But he has to go through whoever his opponent is tonight. And the big thing about it, we don't know who it is. And neither does Elijah Carter. It will come as a surprise, and maybe that puts him at a bit of an unfair advantage, not knowing who his opponent's going to be. It is certainly a surprise for everybody. Elijah's got to get through whoever it is at any cost possible. Question just begs, who is it? Returning once again, all these years later, it is gonna be one hell of a match!
From Panama City, Florida, weighing in at 180 pounds, Max Armstrong!
We saw him make his return at the Royal Rumble Year 4. He went on to face Igor Volkov and Scott Hunter at WrestleMania in double duty. And he ended up falling short of that global championship, but I don't think he was mad about it at all. It was a worthy win for Igor Volkov, but tonight he returns once more, looking to maybe get back on track to fight Paul Mysterious for the Universal title at Money in the Bank. But he's got to go through one of the best young stars there is, the runner-up of the breakout tournament. And we are underway. This is a dream match in the making. We talked about Elijah wanting to face Paul Mysterious. Another one of the people on his bucket list of opponents was Max Armstrong. And boy, is he lucky tonight. Or is he unlucky? I suppose we're about to find out as we lock up here at the beginning of the match. Armstrong's got a lot of years of experience over Elijah Carter. Many. He's been wrestling for God knows how long. Elijah, this is only, he's probably had under 10 matches. He's had the few in the breakout tournament. I think he might have had one in the Dark Super Show series. And then, of course, his debut match against Jack Maverick, and here we are. Armstrong takes him down. Elijah's got a long way to go. A win tonight would do absolute mega numbers for him. But the odds are stacked against him, especially because he had no way of knowing what to prepare for, mentally or physically. Armstrong knew, though, so it is advantage for him in many ways. Once again, Elijah, it's the underdog. Armstrong winging that arm of Elijah Carter. He's got him in his sights, but wait a minute, look at that! Elijah Carter using his athleticism to his advantage! People have always made the comparison between these two competitors, saying Elijah Carter is the next Max Armstrong. Elijah Carter is the better Max Armstrong. And whatever you may believe, he's got to go through the real Max Armstrong if he wants to get through to that. Armstrong hooking up from behind. Almost like he's seeing a ghost of himself, just like he did with Scott Hunter, except the stakes are a little bit different tonight. He's not going against an impersonator. He's going against a prodigy. Elijah ringing the arm. Armstrong stuck in a kneeling position. He's trying to outmatch him. A couple strikes to the midsection. Armstrong gonna take him off the ropes with speed. Elijah runs in for a knee. Armstrong's able to move out of the way. He tries to land one of his own, but can't. Carter runs in. Another one countered. Armstrong, big German, dropping him on the back of his head. And Carter feels the pain. He's already faced quite a few nasty competitors like KDX. Hard-hitting, brutal, almost twice his size. He's also faced Brad Crimson in the final of the World Tournament, or excuse me, the Breakout Tournament, and he almost took him down. Now for Rafael Draco, who knows what would have happened? Super kick caught by Armstrong. The back and forth begins, up and over, knee right to the head. He crashes right through him. Armstrong, Kamigoye! Knees over and over to the head of Elijah Carter. He sends him off the ropes with speed. Death Dragon! Covered by Armstrong for the win! Counter! Oh! Almost got to the 2 count. Elijah though was able to get out before. But all the odds are certainly in favor of Armstrong at the beginning of this match. He is making short work of Elijah Carter in any way that he can, but he's got to put him down for 3. That can be easier said than done. Big exploder from the England of Howard, showcasing himself from the former global champion. But Elijah, a knee right to the head. Carter runs in, avoids the forearm of Armstrong, and he got him again with the knee. It's over and over. He can't seem to get out the way. Armstrong puts him right back to his feet. Lift him up. Look at him. Hero pace. From the heavens to the ground, Elijah kicked out at 2. Been a long time since I've seen that. Big knee to the head. Elijah Carter in a dire position. Not been able to do a lot at the start of this match. Double spring moonsault. Armstrong laying waste to Elijah Carter. And again. Over and over. He continues to make short work. Shooting star. Covered by Max for the win. Elijah gets out at 2. He's gonna make him work for it. He's not just gonna give him that 3 count. Armstrong seems to think it's game over though. Trying to look for that maximum destruction maybe, but Elijah's able to counter. Look at this! No! Solar flare! Down to the ground! Covered by Carter! And a kick out at 2. He's able to land a big one on Armstrong, but it's not enough to take him down. Elijah Carter, send him into the corner. Big uppercut to the face. Here we go! Looking for some iron. Oh no! Armstrong counter! A drop kick out of midair. He makes him pay for the mistake. Up to the top. Final flash. The inverted. Oh, the inverted 0-5-4. But a kick out by Elijah Carter. You know he's got to be hurting. Over and over again from Armstrong. Like a machine gun. One more time. Breaks him out and a jab right to the head. Almost tauntingly to the young Elijah Carter. Dragon suplex. Another cover by Armstrong for the win. Kick out at 2. He's still in it. And he rolls away to the outside for a breather. You know he's got to be hurting. I don't think he was expecting this. I don't want to say he was overconfident, but I want to say that he certainly thought it wouldn't be this at his opponent. I don't know who he was expecting, but I don't think it was Armstrong. Foot blade countered, and here he countered. Knee counter. Elijah back on it. Look at this. Woo! Armstrong ducks under. His kick forearm caught by Elijah. Super kick caught by Armstrong. He got him by the leg. Flips him over, but no, Elijah countered. Big knee countered again. Carter trying to stay on top of it. He flips behind for a German. Armstrong rolls him up into a cover. Trying to sneak out a win over Carter, but a kick out at 2. He rolls him back the other way instead for the win. And it's back the other way. Armstrong with the cover. Kick out and Elijah goes into the cover again for the win once more. And Elijah's not able to do it. Armstrong kicks out. He runs in. Caught with the stab German. Elijah Carter takes him down and gives him a taste of his own medicine. Carter hooks him up. Shoulder flare once more. Armstrong's got the advantage and he's got him in his sight. The Larry. He caught him. He caught him for the win! No! Armstrong kicked out at two! He got his shoulder up just in time! My goodness! But he goes up top. He's not done yet. Armstrong, but the knees are up! He landed right on the knees! Armstrong middle kick a straight to him! Maximum destruction! Cover by Armstrong! No! Elijah kicked out! Are you kidding me? He gets down at two! These two just will not die! Armstrong hooks him up. Right to the back of the head. Uh-oh. Look at this from the corner! The left heel trigger! Elijah is able to move out of the way! Alright, right across the face! He takes him down! Elijah Carter sends him into the corner. A chop across the chest. Make it two. Monkey flip by Elijah. Up the top! Armstrong caught him! Armstrong caught him! Oh my God! Hero take! Getting into the cover! Elijah kicked out at two! Armstrong not letting up the pressure! He's got him in his sights once more! I don't even know if Elijah knows where he is! He runs in! Eli caught him! Super kick! Elijah Carter! Back to his feet! Shoulder! Flare! Cover by Eli! Kick out! Just in a matter of time! Oh my goodness! What is it gonna take? Carter sends him to the outside of the ring! And he's gonna fly! Tope con hilo! Carter takes out Armstrong, and he's gonna go right back in the ring! He's still got some energy! Oh my goodness! Rope step plancha! Corkscrewing right into Armstrong! Now back on the apron! On the top! Moonsault takes him out! Showing off all that athleticism. Carter on the apron. Over the top corner with the Hurricane Rana. Carter runs in. Look at this. Spinning around over and over. Making Armstrong dizzy. Off the corner. Drop kick right to the chest. Armstrong goes down. And so does Elijah Carter. Exhausting all his energy. What's next? Back to its seat. Into the corner. Here we go again. He tried with the Larry. Armstrong countered. And now back and forth we go again. The chops and the kicks to the legs. Over and over. A right from Armstrong. A right from Eli. A right from Armstrong. And a chop from Eli. Who is going to get the better of who? In the slugfest. Looking for maximum destruction away. Elijah Carter. Maximum destruction. He took a move. For the win. No, a kick out at two. Eli cannot put him away. Oh, it was so close. Carter sends him into the corner. Elijah with a chop. And a second. And a third. He puts them all the way up high. The right hand. Jumps up. Hurricane Rana. All the way back up top. Joshua countered again. He landed right on the knees once more. Armstrong bang clothesline. Soaring through the sky. From the apron. Elijah could be in big trouble. Armstrong, hero, blade! Could this be it? For Elijah Carter, Armstrong, the middle fingers out of disrespect. Hooks him up, Hiroshima, Mike! Cover by Armstrong! Max Armstrong is the #1 contender!
Here is your winner, Max Armstrong.
Oh, I don't know how that's gotta feel for Elijah. He got to have his dream match, but he fell short. There's a long way to go in the career of everybody, but Max Armstrong returns.